Good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? Hope you are well. And we are here to get into the match reaction and player ratings for yesterday's victory at Benfica. God, we made that hard work. But we are into the last 16 of the Europa League, and the draw is about to take place in the next 5 or so minutes. And of course, we're going to cover that as well. We want you guys to get in the comment section and let me know. Let me know. Who would you like in the next round? As I say, the draw is being done in the next 5 minutes. Who do you want in the next round? In the next round, these teams are left. You've got Ajax, Arsenal, Dynamo Zagreb, Dynamo Kiev, Granada, Manchester United, Milan, AC Milan, that is, Molde, Olympiacos, remember about Olympiacos, Rangers, Roma, Shakhtar Donetsk, Slavia Prague, Tottenham, Villarreal, and Young Boys. So there are some tough teams left in the Europa League. Who would we like? Who would we like? I'm just looking at them teams. Ajax, very good team. Granada as well. Granada beat Napoli to get through to the last 16. So they're a good side as well. Of course, Manchester United are a good side. We know all about them. Milan as well, AC Milan. Olympiacos, we know all about them from last season. You've got Rangers in there. Steven Gerrard's Rangers. They're doing very well in the Scottish League. Roma, another tough side, normally in the Champions League. Shakhtar Donetsk as well, another side that are normally in the Champions League. Slavia Prague beat Leicester yesterday. Shock yesterday. Leicester went out. Slavia Prague beat Leicester 2-0. So they're a very good side as well. Tottenham, of course, we know all about them as well. Villarreal, Unai Emery's Villarreal. Could we see a return of Unai Emery back at the Emirates with his Villarreal side? That could be interesting. And of course, we've got Young Boys as well. So come on, guys. Who would we like in that draw? Going off of yesterday's performance, I'll tell you, the best we can hope for is Molde or someone like that. Because if it's anybody else and we play like we did yesterday, we're not going through. Let's be real. Here we go. We've got Jamie in the chat. How are we doing, Jamie? He says, hey, man, how are you doing? Jamie says he'd like Rangers, to be honest. They have a terrible defence. Yeah, Rangers as well. Rangers could be a good shout, Jamie. I kind of agree with you on that one. I still think they'll be a tough side to play, certainly. But it all depends what Arsenal turn up again, doesn't it? You know, if it's Arsenal of yesterday, it doesn't matter who we play. We'll go out, you know. Benfica, you know, we'll feel very hard done by. You know, they were very, very unlucky. Very unlucky. And they were poor. They're a poor Benfica side. They're not that great. You know, I thought their build-up play was very good. But in the final third, not that cracking. And the fact that we conceded 3 goals against them over 2 legs, these Arsenal players should feel embarrassed because, you know, they didn't offer anything. They didn't offer anything. And that's what worries me. If we turn up like we did yesterday, it doesn't matter who we play. We're going out. We're going out. We can't draw Molde as we played them in the group and can't fake a group opponent until the quarterfinals, I believe. Oh, right. Okay, that's fair. That's a bit of information that I didn't quite know, Jamie. I thought you could be drew against anybody. But apparently that's not the case. Well, in that case, then, we're going to have to hope for like a Rangers or someone like that because, oh, mate, Alexander says, hello, Brandon. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. Um, roller coaster emotions yesterday. And I'm feeling all right now, though. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling a bit more happier that we went through. But yeah, I wasn't great yesterday. I was not great yesterday, especially when we went 2-1 down and we needed the 2 goals. And then the manager brought on Willian. But credit to Willian. Willian did come on and give us a bit of energy. So credit to him for that. But yeah, it's not very often these sort of decisions work out. And you got to give Arteta a little bit of credit. I was still disappointed that he didn't bring on Martinelli or Lacazette at that point. I'm still disappointed that he made his substitutions so fucking late, you know. But it is what it is. We're through to the next round. You know, we can't complain too much. Matthew says, big up, mate. He also says Arsenal versus Spurs or Villarreal would be peak. Yeah. And the draws never really tend to be too kind to Arsenal, you know. I remember when we was playing in the Champions League back in the day, and we always used to get Bayern Munich or Barcelona when we reached the last 16 or the last 32. And, you know, it never tends to be very kind to us, these draws. So I'm expecting to see somebody like a Tottenham, a Manchester United, you know, or a Villarreal. And I'll tell you what, it'd be so interesting to see. You can imagine the build-up to the game. If we got drew against Villarreal, for example, a lot of people would be comparing Unai Emery to Mikel Arteta. And yeah, and I tell you what, if Unai Emery comes back and absolutely spanks us, it might just prove that we made the wrong decision in a way in getting rid and getting Arteta in. But who knows? We will wait and we will see. Jay says, what are your thoughts on... Nice try, Jay. Nice try, mate. You're not going to catch me out that quickly, mate. I've been caught out once or twice. But yeah, I'll read the comments now. If we play like we did yesterday, we'll get smoked by whoever plays us. Exactly, Jamie. Exactly. Round of 16, you can be drawn to anyone, says Alexander. Fair play. Fair play. I'm not sure if the Mulder thing is true, but I heard it somewhere last season or the year before. Fair enough, Jamie. Fair enough. Big up yourself. I'm just glad the draw isn't being aired on TV in Ireland. I don't think it's being aired on TV anywhere. I'm not sure. I mean, I might be a little bit behind you guys because I'm just... It says coverage is live. Right, hang on a... Let's see if I can find the live coverage of the Europa League draw. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go, guys. Come on. Please, please don't give us anyone like Tottenham or Man United or Villarreal or anyone for that matter. Nippon's in the chat. He says, imagine if you get Olympiacos again. Yeah, I wouldn't be confident, mate. I would not be confident playing Olympiacos. They look pretty decent. I can't remember who they played just now. But it was a decent team. And yeah, the guy is now looking and talking. Right, here we go. He's getting his guys out, ready to do the draw. Come on, please, 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 please give us an easy draw. Please. If we're going to have any chance of winning this competition, we need an easy draw. That's right, Nippon. That's right, mate. They played at PSV. That is right, mate. Yeah, and they beat PSV, and PSV are not a bad side. Come on. I've never understood why they didn't just do the draw. Why have they got to stand there and talk shit all day? You know what I mean? Just get on with it. Just get on with it. I just want to know who we're drawn up against. What did you guys make of Arsenal's performance yesterday? Obviously, we're going to get into that after we've done the draw, and we'll find out who we are. And yeah, yesterday, not great at all. Couldn't believe the poor performance that we put in, to be honest with you. And yeah, Mikel Arteta came out in his press conference. He said before the game that this game was like our cup final. It was like a cup final for us. We needed to win the game, but in the way that we came out, in the way that we played, we didn't treat that like a cup final. We treated that as though it was going to be a walk in the park, and it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to treat a game like that. Too many times we've done that this season. Too many times Arsenal start games so slowly and get themselves into a mess, and then we have to try and drag ourselves out of it. And luckily, we got a guy called Bukayo Saka, who is absolutely exceptional at the age of 19 years old. Without him, I don't believe we would have won that game yesterday. I honestly don't. We've got a leader in Kieran Tierney. And again, if he hadn't have scored that goal so quick, I don't believe we would have won that game. And everybody keeps praising about Aubameyang. Listen, I'll reserve praise for Aubameyang because he did score 2 goals yesterday. But if we're being real, and we've got to be real, yeah? If he doesn't score, what does he do? I was looking at him after that second Benfica goal went in, and I was looking to him and I was thinking, right, you're the main man. You are the main man at this football club. You get paid £370,000 per week, yeah? Take the game by the scruff of the neck, yeah? Let's see Aubameyang take the game by the scruff of the neck. He doesn't do that. He's like Mesut Ozil in that way. Mesut Ozil has undoubted talent and is very, very, very good talented-wise. But you never ever see that guy take the game by the scruff of the neck. And it's exactly the same with Aubameyang. Saka took the game by the scruff of the neck. 19-year-old Saka. Kieran Tierney took the game by the scruff of the neck. Exactly why he should be captain. He dragged us back into that game, right? And it's not good enough, in my opinion. It's not good enough. I'll reserve praise for him when he scores goals because that is what we want him to do. But we need more from you, Aubameyang. That is why you get paid the big bucks, mate. Yeah? We need more than that. Yeah? And I'm starting to get worried that we're over relying on Saka completely. And who knows? Who knows? But we'll talk a bit more about it when the draw has been done. I'm looking for a Tottenham fan, an Arsenal fan, and a West Ham fan. What's that for, Nippon? Would you like to be part of my London podcast? Get in contact with me, mate. Get in contact with me through Twitter. My Twitter information is in the channel link somewhere. So go and have a a look on that. See if you can find me on Twitter. You might even already have me on Twitter, to be fair. Send me a private DM because I do have very busy schedule in terms of I do stuff for my own channel. I'm also part of Gunner's podcast on Sarcasm City as well. I'm also a host on that. So finding time is difficult, very, very difficult. But I'll try my hardest, of course. Jamie says, I hate that too. They start waffling for like 20 minutes before the draw actually starts. Exactly. They just waffle. And they're still fucking waffling now, you know. We're 10 minutes in and just waffling. Just get on with it, for fuck's sake. Nippon says, honestly speaking, lucky to get through. Yeah, I agree, mate. Very lucky. Jamie says it was a lucky win. We were terrible. It was our most important game this season, and fidget spinner nearly cost us about 5 years of football. Kieran Tierney and Xhaka saved us last night. 100%, mate. I agree. And Danny Ceballos shouldn't really be playing again. I don't feel. And we're talking about buying this guy from Real Madrid for £25 million. Are you mad? Are you mad? Guy can't even head the ball properly. You know what I mean? His body shape was all wrong. And he's lucky. And he should be buying Saka, Tierney, and Aubameyang dinner after that game, just to say thank you. Because I tell you what, if we had gone out, fans would have been on that guy's neck, and rightly so as well. Saka was unbelievable and amazing yesterday, says Alexander. Big up yourselves. Would be funny to get drawn with you again. Olympiacos fan, by the looks of things. I don't want you guys. I'm not confident that we'd beat you, you know? Although, saying that, the amount of stick that our players got last season after being knocked out by you guys, maybe they'd be baying for revenge. Who knows? But I certainly don't want you. And the draw is just about to begin. Speaking facts, Brandon Realist. Big up yourself, Jamie. Here we go. First team out of the hat. Ajax. I'm thinking of starting 3 podcasts. 1 Chelsea related, 1 London related, and 1 football related. Fair play. I'm hoping one day to be up there with the likes of Liga and Adami and Turkish. Big up yourself, Nippon. Ajax will be playing young boys. Thank God. We've avoided Ajax. Yes. Next, we've got Dynamo Kiev. And they face Villarreal. We've avoided Unai Emery. Woo! Yes. Villarreal. I'll tell you what, Unai Emery could take them far. I fully expect them to beat Kiev. And you know, Unai Emery likes the Europa League. Next, we've got Roma. Fucking hell. Please avoid Roma. Please avoid Roma. Please avoid Roma. Roma face Shakhtar Donetsk. Fucking hell, it's looking increasingly likely the more this draw goes on that we could possibly get an English team. Roma against Shakhtar. That'll be an interesting game, actually. They're very, very similar. Next team. Olympiacos. Fuck's sake. Here we go. Is it going to be a repeat? Arsenal. No. You're joking, ain't you? Are you ahead? Oh, for fuck's sake. We got Olympiacos. Epic. Excellent. Excellent. Time for revenge. Time for revenge. Fuck. Next out the hat. Dinamo Zagreb. Please, just take, like, I don't know, who's left? Who's left? I want to see Tottenham versus Man United now. Don't give Tottenham a fucking easy draw, or Man United. Fuck's sake. Ah, for fucking hell. Tottenham. Dinamo Zagreb versus Tottenham. Manchester United. Trying to think who's left in the competition now. I can't think who's left. And they've got AC Milan. Oh, interesting. Interesting. AC Milan are revitalised at the moment. Ibrahimovic going back to Manchester United. That'll be a good game, that one. And then last but not least? I think this is the last draw, isn't it? Slavia Prague, who beat Leicester in the last round. Oh, no, this isn't the last one. We've got 2 more draws yet. And they take on Rangers, which means the last game is between Granada, who beat Napoli, and they play. Fucking who are they playing? Mulder. So there we go, guys. Arsenal versus Olympiacos. Repeat of last season. Although we faced them in the last 32, which is the round that's just gone last season. And now it's the last 16. What do you make of that, Arsenal fans? So Ajax versus Young Boys, Kiev versus Villarreal, Roma versus Shakhtar, Olympiacos versus Arsenal, Dynamo Zagreb versus Tottenham, Man United versus AC Milan, Slavia Prague versus Rangers, and of course, Granada versus Molde. Interesting. Listen, guys, I'm shitting it. I'm shitting it because if we turn up like we did yesterday, we ain't going to beat Olympiacos. No way. No way, Jose. Hopefully, what happened last season will give these players a little bit of a push to think, right, it's time for our revenge. We can get revenge. But if we turn up like we did yesterday, we are going to get slapped. Simple as. But so there you go. That's the Europa League draw. Arsenal versus Olympiacos. Man United have got AC Milan, and Tottenham have Dynamo Zagreb. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting. But as regards to yesterday's game, we're going to get into the player ratings and that. Obviously, you guys know how I feel in regards to the game. Excuse me. So I'm going to do a little bit of quick player ratings, and I'm going to leave you guys to it. So we're going to go with Bernd Leno. Bernd Leno, I didn't think he was too bad yesterday. I don't think really that he had too much to do. Let's be real. He wasn't going to do anything on either of the goals. That free kick was absolutely exceptional. No goalkeeper is ever saving that in their lives. I don't care if you've got Oblak in goal, Neuer. Hell, you could have 3 goalkeepers in goal and they would still wouldn't save that. Exceptional free kick by Goncalves. And yeah, Leno wasn't doing anything for that. With regards to the second goal, there's been a little bit of a debate on that one because obviously Leno come rushing out to try and close the angle a little bit. A lot of people are saying that he shouldn't have come any further than the edge of his box because then at least then he could have used his hands. I'm just glad that, yeah, he tried to narrow the angle. Who knows? You know, if they'd have had a heavy touch, then yeah, he probably would have got it. Unfortunately, he didn't get there, but I'm just glad that he let him go. He let him go. He let him score. Because let's be real, if he had took him down, he'd have been sent off, and that would have been game over. Game over because, yeah, we would have been down to 10 men, and there would have been no way, Jose, that we was getting back into that game. So, yeah, quite a sensible decision from him, I feel, although it did allow them to score. And I'm going to give Bernd Leno a 6 because he didn't really have an awful lot to do. But what he did do, he did okay. He didn't do too bad. Moving on to the manager's friend. Best friend. Once again, crap yesterday. Absolute crap. I was going mad on the watch along because this guy gets into some very good positions and you think, come on, just take your man on, go around the outside of him and whip a ball in. You know, what you normally see from an overlapping right back. But not Hector Bellerin. Not Hector Bellerin. No. I'm going to get into some good positions and then I'm going to pick the ball up, take 1 or 2 touches and then pass it backwards or sideways. Yeah? Crap. Absolute dog shit crap. And before the game, Arteta came out in his press conference and said that Hector Bellerin is actually more consistent this season. Huh? More consistent? Are you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? He's probably right, though, because he's more consistently shit. And this guy needs to be the first one out the door in the summer. End of story. He is crap. Not good enough. Not good enough again yesterday. We needed 2 goals, and he's slowing the play down. Yeah? You move the ball quickly. That's how you hurt teams. Not Hector Bellerin. No. We just go backwards, mate. Just go backwards. Crap. And he gets a free, and he's lucky to be getting that for yesterday. Moving on to the centre-back pairing, if I can find them. We're going to start with Gabriel. Gabriel, worst performance in an Arsenal shirt. I repeat, worst performance in an Arsenal shirt. He was all over the place yesterday. Any time that Benfica tried to run at our defence, him and David Louise were all over the place. All over the place. And like I said, we are very, very lucky to have gone through. It's as simple as that. I'm happy we've gone through, just like every Arsenal fan is. But I will sit here and I will criticise when players have been shit, when the manager has been crap. Whether we win, lose, or draw, I'm consistent with it, right? Gabriel was crap yesterday. He was not great at all, yeah? And it looks to me like being partnered with these clowns at centre-back, i.e. David Luiz, is starting to rub off on him now. Because when he first came in, he was exceptional. And now he looks very ropey. Especially yesterday. He looked very, very ropey. And, Gabriel gets a free. Moving on to David Luiz. And then basically going to pretty much say everything that I just said about Gabriel. David Luiz, all over the place. Yeah, absolutely all over the place. And then the other thing that pissed me off about this guy as well is normally you see David Luiz pick the ball up and try and make a forward pass. Try and make a quick forward pass, a nice ball over the top for Aubameyang to try and run onto. Didn't see any of that yesterday. Yeah, every time that he got this fucking ball, he took 1 or 2, maybe even 3 touches. Oh, we'll just roll it into Granit Xhaka. Like, what was that? It was pathetic. Absolute pathetic. He gets a free as well. Crap. Moving on to Kieran Tierney. I'm not going to lie to you guys. First half, I didn't think he was great. He got forward, but his crossing was awful. I'll cut him a little bit of slack because he's just come back from injury. But, he didn't look that great in the first half. Second half, my man, is what dragged us back into that game. He showed captaincy skills. He showed leadership qualities. He showed heart, fight, passion. Everything that we want to see from this Arsenal team came through Kieran Tierney. He got that second goal, and it was a brilliant second goal as well. For your left back to take, he had 3 men around him. For your left back to be able to drop a shoulder, take it round, and then that finish as well, exceptional. Very, very good. And from then onwards, he looked like the Kieran Tierney that we all love. Yeah? The Kieran Tierney who was fighting to get us back in that game. And I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. This guy needs to be captain. Yeah? Not Aubameyang. Tierney needs to be captain. Tierney shows heart, passion, fight. And when you've got a captain who shows heart, passion, and fight, it rubs off on the rest of the team. And like I said, his first half performance wasn't that great. Second half performance he was exceptional to drag us back in that game. Just based off that, he gets a 8. Moving on to the midfield, Granit Xhaka, another player who, again, because I'm always talking about this guy, people think I've got an agenda against him. I don't have an agenda against him. He's just shit. He's not good enough. How many times did he play it sideways, backwards, slow the play down? Crap, rubbish, not good enough. He also needs to go in the summer. But it won't happen because Mikel Arteta is a Granit Xhaka fanboy. Yeah, but yet we want to keep this manager here. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, not great from Granit Xhaka. Not great at all. The amount of times he got caught out defensively as well. You know, he left holes in the midfield because of his position in being poor. Whenever he picked the ball up, he wanted 3, 4, 5 touches before releasing it. And then when he did release it, it was sideways or backwards. Not good enough. 3. Moving on to his midfield partner, Dani Ceballos. Dani spinning top Ceballos. Because again, that was all he was doing yesterday. Spinning around like Kylie Minogue. Spinning around. Nothing else. Yeah? And then he nearly cost us the game. Yeah? Firstly, why are you giving a free kick away in that area of the pitch? Yeah? Be sensible, mate. Use your head. Yeah? Giving away a free kick in a stupid place like that. What do you expect to happen? It was a great free kick. Don't get me wrong. But we should never have given that free kick away in the first place. And then when you think that's bad enough, my man can't even fucking head a football properly. Are you serious? And we're talking about buying this guy for £25 million. £25 million. Send his Clark back to Madrid. He has not been good enough. And he isn't Arsenal quality. And if we buy this guy in the summer, I'm going to go mad. I'm going to go absolutely mad. Because you can add another £10 million on top of that 25 and go and get Basuma. Somebody with actual quality. Somebody who we know can play in the Premier League. Not this clown who has one good game in about 6. Yeah? Not good enough. His body shape was all wrong for that second goal. All wrong. Terrible performance by him. He gets a 1, and he's very lucky to be getting that as well. Moving on to Emil Smith-Rowe. Now, I couldn't work out yesterday whether he was the number 10 or whether he was playing on the left-hand side. But again, he wasn't great yesterday. I'm not going to get on the kid's back too much because he is just adjusting to playing Premier League football. Yeah? He probably didn't expect to be having to be used this much. You know? And I said it last week. Play him in the number 10 or don't play him at all. Because he's not suited to that left-hand side. We have options. But Arteta decided to play him on the left again. And he was poor. Very, very poor from Emil Smith-Rowe yesterday. Not great at all. But I kind of expect this because he's a young man. He's still learning. He's going to have poor games. Yeah? We We shouldn't be relying upon this guy anyway. But we are, because we're desperate. And this is what Arsenal Football Club has come to. Emil Smith-Rowe gets a free. And again, he's lucky to be getting that. Odegaard. Exactly the same can be said for him as what it could for Smith-Rowe. You know, we talk about we brought this guy in to add creativity and quality. I didn't see any of that yesterday. None. Not any whatsoever. Again, the whole Hector Bellerin, Granit Xhaka, Danny Ceballos not moving the ball quick enough seems to have rubbed off on the rest of the team. Odegaard is normally a guy who moves the ball quick. Yeah? Takes one touch, finds his pass. Yesterday, he was taking 2, 3, 4 touches before releasing the ball. And when he did release the ball, every single time, yeah, we was offside. Not a great performance from him either. And he gets the same as Smith-Rowe. He gets a free. Moving on to the right-hand side, Bukayo Saka. I say it every week. I say it every single week. This guy is exceptional. You can even go as far as saying that he could possibly be a generational talent. He is that good. He's that good. And he is the guy who shows up for Arsenal every single week, without fail. Yeah? You know that when Bukayo Saka's playing, he will be dropping a minimum 7 out of 10 performance. And that is what we need from every single player in this team. Exceptional. He, along with Kieran Tierney, is what won us this game yesterday. And everybody should be buying him dinner. Yeah? This kid is that good. He set up the first goal, put it on a plate for Aubameyang. Yeah, Aubameyang weren't missing that. You can't miss that. If you do miss that, you know. And the third goal as well. Under pressure to get the third goal. Because if we don't get it, we're out. So there's a lot of pressure on that. And once again, my guy squares his defender up in the box, takes it on his left, whips an absolutely exceptional ball in. And again, it's on a plate for Aubameyang. Yeah? And I think this is why fans get frustrated with the likes of Nicolas Pepe. Because we can see how good this 19-year-old kid is. Yeah? There's no reason why Nicolas Pepe couldn't do that sort of thing. Square his guy up, whip it in with his left. But we never see him do that. Bukayo Saka, on the other hand, exceptional. And he was my man of the match yesterday, so he gets a 9. And then, of course, moving on to the striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I'm going to be a little bit controversial here, guys. And a lot of you probably won't agree with this. But I don't care. It's my opinion, right? He scored 2 goals yesterday. Excellent. Yeah, that's what we want from you, Aubameyang. We want you to score goals. Yeah? We need you to score goals. And he did that yesterday. Yeah, so kudos to him. But both goals were put on a plate. Yes, his movement was very good for the third goal, so I'll mark him up for that. But in terms of when we are looking for somebody to take the game by the scruff of the neck, when we are looking to the big player in the team, he was nowhere. He has to do more. Yeah? Everybody keeps saying to me, oh, he's done his job. He scored 2 goals. I could have scored them goals. Yeah? I could have scored them goals. They were on a plate. Yeah? There's no way. There's no way he's missing them. In fact, you could put them same chances to Danny Welbeck and he wouldn't miss that. Yeah? So, while I reserve praise for him for scoring the 2 goals, I'm also going to criticise him. Because he is the big name of this team. He is the one who earns the most amount of money in this team. You have to do more than just score goals. You have to be the one that we look to when things are going to shit. And it doesn't happen with him. He goes missing far too often. And instead, we find ourselves looking to a 19-year-old kid in Bukayo Saka. Aubameyang, just for his 2 goals alone, he gets an 8. But in terms of his actual play yesterday, he weren't no better than anybody else. So with that being said, he gets a 7. And yeah, a lot of you might think I'm being harsh, but I want the best for Arsenal. I want us to be up there competing for top 4, winning league titles. I want us to win the Europa League. If you put in a performance like that against a better team, we won't be in the Europa League. Yeah? We've had too many performances like that, and that is why we are not anywhere near the top 4 in the Premier League. So there you go. There's my player ratings. And of course, I'm going to have to rate Mikel Arteta as well, because I do anyway. His team lineup. I was shocked when the team lineup came out. I weren't displeased, but I was shocked because the team lineup was exactly the same, barring Kieran Tierney, as what played in the first leg. Now, if that team couldn't beat Benfica in the first leg, what made him think that we could beat them in the second? Surely you have to do something a little bit different. But he didn't. He went with the same thing. Yeah. And we were so poor. So poor. And we start games so slowly, right? Now, while that is the player's fault, the manager has to take criticism for that as well. He is the guy who was preparing these players for the game. Yeah? How many times are we going to see Arsenal start slow? He should be saying to these lot, we cannot afford to keep starting games slow. It's going to cost us. We were very lucky. I want to see energy from minute 1. If not, you're coming off the pitch. Simple as, I don't care who you are. So he has to take a little bit of criticism for that as well. And then, yeah, I would have marked him down even further just for bringing on Willian. We need 2 goals. We need 2 goals. And he's bringing on Willian, a guy who hasn't done anything since the beginning game of the season. Are you crazy, Arteta? You got Martinelli. You got Lacazette. I felt like his substitutions were a little bit late anyway. You know, we should have made them when we was 1-1. Thomas Partey should have come on in that midfield when it was 1-1. Because you could see that Benfica were opening us up at will. They were just shit in the final third. So in terms of the manager yesterday, you've got to say his team lineup, I wasn't stupid to a certain degree. His substitutions, and how late they were was shit. The fact that he had the audacity to bring on Willian, yeah. But then I'm going to mark him up because he brought Willian on and it worked. He gave us a little bit of energy. He gave us a little bit of something what we need. Yeah. And then I just kind of feel like the players were shit, but they got the manager out of jail. Big time. Big time. Because if we hadn't won that game, I guarantee you right now, there'd have been a massive inquest into as to why Willian was being brought on. There'd have been a massive inquest into as to why the substitutions were made so late. A massive inquest into as to why we played exactly the same team as what we did in the first leg, barring Kieran Tierney. And a massive inquest into as to why we always start games so slowly. So with regards to the manager, he gets a 4 for yesterday. And he's lucky to get that as well. And he only gets a 4 because the substitution of Willian actually worked for once. I'm going to do a few of your comments. And then I'm going to have to get off, guys. Alexander says, Leno, 5. We drew Olympiacos. I'm suffering from major PTSD now. I'm fuming, Brandon. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. It's just about typical, you know. Draws are never kind to Arsenal. They're never kind to Arsenal. I was saying at the beginning of the show, when we was in the Champions League back in the day, it's been 4 years now. Whenever we got to the knockout stages, we always used to get drew against Bayern Munich or Barcelona. We never used to get these easy teams. Never. You know, so I kind of expected it. I think you could have gone with harder. You could have had a harder draw than Olympiacos, but Olympiacos are a good side. We can't take them for granted. If we play like we did again yesterday, we're out. Simple as. Hecky B gets a 4 from Alexander. Bellerin was awesome, mate. Bellerin was shit. He really was crap. Gabrielle gets a 4. Lou Tube's in the building. How are we doing? Was hoping we get Rangers. My dad's a Rangers fan, by the way. That'd have been interesting. Tierney's goal was brilliant, says Lou Tube. Alexander Louise a 4. Kieran Tierney a 7. Kieran Tierney a 9. Goal was superb. Xhaka 4. Sabias 2. Smith Rowe 5. Odegaard 5. Saka 9. Aubameyang 7. Arteta 5 because of the win. No ratings for the subs, mate. All the subs get a 5. All the subs get a 5. Thomas Partey. Didn't really do too much. Who else came on? Lacazette again. Didn't really have too much time to do anything. Trying to think who else came on. You had El Neni and Callum Chambers again. Didn't really have any time to do anything. So yeah, all the subs get a 5. I hope Olympiacos wins, but I support Arsenal. I hope that Arsenal win, mate. I don't want Olympiacos winning. El Arabi, yeah. Imagine if Socrates scores the winner. Well, that'd just be excellent, you know. That'd just be typical Arsenal nipping. But there we go, guys. So there is the match reaction for yesterday, the player ratings, and of course, I've covered the draw for the Europa League next round. And look, I I believe we can beat Benfica. Fucking hell, my head's stuck in Benfica. I believe that we can beat Olympiacos. I believe that we will go through, but it all depends on which Arsenal turn up. And that's as simple as it is. Big up yourself, guys. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm out of here.